Hey my Libras, welcome to your June 2020 reading. So this is your monthly reading for the month of June 2020. Of course, whenever you see it, it's the right time for you to see it. And then for those of you that are familiar with my channel, you know there'll also be a shorter weekly reading for you, like an energy sort of update. So I just want to share with you, I've been feeling that, and of course you want to subscribe to the channel, you can subscribe to it. I've got a week every week, put a notification bell next to it, okay? Then our hearts connect. um, I have been having this amazing sort of message that is coming through for you. And of course, this is a general message. So whatever's for you, it's for you. And whatever's not for you, you know, you release it with peace and you let it go. But I've been having this beautiful message for you that it's time to sort of let them stand on their own 2 feet, you know. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but it's what might have started off becoming as a very helpful sort of situation might in a sense have become a crutch, and it's more of a crutch to you. Okay. um, you know, when we have a good heart, what we often want to do is or when we see potential in others, what we often want to do is we want to be there for them all the way and we want to support them 100%. But sometimes what is meant to be support, you know, becomes almost like a lifeline. And so if you've been having that sort of experience, it's really time for you um, to consider sort of, you know, releasing those ties gradually with peace, with love, with light, you know, and to let those go. Now, what I want you to think about, Libra, is so we're going sort of into the to the second part of the year right now, you know, June 2020, or the second, we're going towards the second half rather of the year. And what I'd like us to do together is just think back of a year ago. So June 2019, or whenever you see this, you know, think back like a year ago, of all those amazing things in life that worked out for you, you know, so all that sort of magic in life that worked out for you, the people that you met, you know, the accidents that you escaped, or things that could have been really bad but they weren't that bad, the windfalls, the friendly neighbors, the new friends, all those wonderful, amazing, beautiful things, whatever they are, you know, personal, career, romance, whatever. And as we take a nice deep breath in together, you know, connecting in our heart space, I want us to, because I'm doing the same on my side, you know, being so grateful for all the amazing things that happened on my side. We put that into our heart space, and by doing that, we say to the universe, yes, this is what I'd like to have. I like this. I appreciate this. I approve of this. You know, this is what I'd like to have in my life. And then of course, with life being life, there are some things that happened. Maybe some people disappointed you, and some experiences, you know, hurt your heart, and some things were not as kosher as you would have liked them to be, you know. And we're going to release those as we breathe out. So, you know, we say thank you for the lessons, thank you for the feedback from life, from the universe, you know. Now we've got more information, so we can decide differently. We've got a different platform to decide from. So as we breathe in the positive, and as we release maybe sort of those trapped pain and trapped emotions that is within us sometimes, that sort of block us off in this world without, you know, us even realizing it sometimes. And this could be a facial expression that we don't know you're having, or it could be maybe an energetic belief that we have somewhere, you know, in our subconscious that we're not even aware of. So as we release that which consciously that we're aware of, and not also subconsciously not aware of, that is blocking us. Okay, so into the heart space we breathe. Okay. Righty. Okay. So there's some spray for you, some Palo Santo with some citrine crystals for abundance, prosperity, and success, and beauty, and love, and light. All these things that I wish for you to experience in your life. I want you to have a beautiful, beautiful life, because you know why I want you to have a beautiful life? Because we are all one. We are all connected. You are part of me, and I am part of you. You know, so because I've got only the best intentions for all of me. I want you to have a good life, and let's see what the angels have got to say for us in our um, angel oracle deck here. Okay, what do we have for Libra? And of course, Libra, this is one of those readings where you can look at it even more than once. There's two cards that actually came out here for you. They say I should only show you the one. Okay, sure, no problem. There is such, just before I read you such a nice card, just before I read this for you, there is such a helpful power in following your gut, following your intuition. Think someone like me, who's a psychic medium, would always follow your intuition. I don't. I don't. And sometimes I'm like, oh, like so many people, like, oh, I wish I listened to my gut. I wish I followed the guidance. Okay, so follow the guidance. All right, play. It says play. Don't always take life too seriously. It says, beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a little while. Okay? Don't worry, we the angels will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Okay? Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Okay. I know that obviously at the moment there's so much craziness happening in the world, and it's lockdown, and we're concerned about our work and our careers and all these other worries. But, here's the thing about life. Here's the thing about humans. You'll always find a way. Within the moment when you need to do so, you'll find a way. All right? It's a time to rest. It's a time to take stock. It's a time to and I would even recommend that you sit, and here's a beautiful thing for you to do. This helps. It's amazing. This is a cognitive behavioral technique, sort of, to help you overcome certain things. And with a lot of my private clients, I do this sometimes. It's very much how I operate within a regression hypnosis session as well, which I do online as well as in person. Is that, so here's your goal. This is what you'd like to have. This is your goal. Okay? And this is where you are. All right. So this is your goal, and you kind of put on the jacket of that goal for a little while, and you say to yourself, how does it feel when this goal has happened? When you've achieved whatever it is that you want to achieve. All right. And once you've achieved that, be it whatever it is, and always try to be mindful though, that you are that when you manifest, that you do so in a way that is moral. Be very mindful, because sometimes we go like, oh, I'm so in love with Peter, I'm so in love with Jane, if I can just have them, this is how it will feel. But instead, when you go like, when I'm in a relationship that will fulfill my heart, mind, and soul, and tick all these boxes, and Peter seems like a good option, or Jane seems like a good option, but I'm open to that, or even something different. And I know sometimes when we've got our mind set on somebody, you think that this is the only person, and nobody's like them, and they're so different, and they're so unique, and you don't understand. We do understand. You in love. Okay. But so what you do is you open your mind to what it'll be like when you have what it is that you say you'd like to have, and you feel that, and you write it down. And then you go to the phase where you don't have it yet. So how does that feel? What is your mindset there? And what are the thoughts and the beliefs and the sort of chatter coming up in your mind? And then when you look at it, you say, okay, so what do I prefer? Do I prefer this sort of chatter or this sort of chatter? All right? And it really is that simple. When you decide what you like, you leave the rest to the universe. Life will help you all the way. Okay? Sometimes we get incredibly serious about life, but it doesn't always have to be like that. Okay? We can have a big problem, but it doesn't mean that the solution has to take long, has to be expensive, has to be big. The solution can be simple. Alright? Just one small thing can change everything. Ask anybody who ever played poker. Alright. Okay, so small luck of chance. Let's see what we've got for you. Spiritual awakening with selenite. Selenite is such a beautiful crystal. I've got some 2 selenite sticks over here, which I love so much. And selenite, I always think of it as sort of angel energy, angel flow. Look at how it just kind of shines out just like a boom, you know. Selenite's one of those crystals that is just, and that also encourages you to be open to the idea that life can be more wonderful, more beautiful than you ever expected, but it can be simple, it can be easy. It doesn't have to be, you know, sort of like a harrowing experience. It can actually be quite a pleasant experience if you let it. All right. So a lot of you will find that it's almost like you're more aware of a lot of things around you, and it's like you see the sort of beauty in this world that a lot of people may actually miss, you know, or not yet see. It's because you are, it's like the veil between the separation is so much thinner for you. So you're getting to see more of the magic, more of the beauty, more of the love, more of the light, more of the potential. And it's okay. The rest of the world is getting there. But also, I feel that for a lot of you, you are awakening to your sort of natural ability that's always been there, sort of like in the back of your mind, and you know, you might have not considered it, but not for some of you, not too seriously, that you are a teacher, that you are a natural born teacher, that you are born to lead. All right. And one thing I can tell you from personal experience, and this is no ego, no vanity, nothing like that, you know. For you can ask anybody who knows me personally. I'm quite a simple person, you know, wacky, weird, and sort of crazy. But when you are born to stand out in a certain way, and I believe that we all have that, all right, into one way or the other. When you embrace fully who you are, your potential, your contribution to the world, you stand out. And when you are born to stand out at a certain thing, when that is your life's purpose, your soul plan, your sort of your reason, your soul's reason for being born, until you embrace that, you won't always feel 100% there. And it's not because life or God or whoever's punishing you for anything. It is just really when you're not fully you, something feels a little off. All right. When think of when you didn't sleep well, or drank too much, or you know, you've taken a lot of medication because you're not feeling well, or whatever it may be. You know, you're not fully you. You're not that 100% flow of who you are. So something feels a little off. And sometimes when we don't fully embrace all of who we are, which is, you know, when you don't shine in the way that you were born to shine, something feels a little off. Okay, there in your enchanted map life guidance card, it says a balancing act. 11 there, new beginnings. 11 is a master number. It's all about new beginnings, new starts, a little bit of a rush, you know. And I think for many of you, people might look at you as this sort of very refined sort of person, but you've got a touch of spice. You're a little bit of extraness. Okay, you like, everybody makes things this way, that's how they do it, but you come and say, how about we add some chilies? Okay, and that is your unique spunk, your unique funk, your unique energy of who you are. Do that. Don't try to suppress that. That is your magical contribution to this world. Okay, I'm going to draw from the Archangel Tarot deck there for you, some guidance cards for you for this month, for this June 2020. I do like it. All right. So be open to attracting to you all those amazing people, all those amazing solutions that really serve your life in an incredible positive way. I'm telling you, we have got 3 major arcana cards here for you. Wow. Let's start right away. So 4 of Ariel. Ariel's all about abundance, and 4, of course, this is about your life here. I feel that for such a long time that when we are sometimes spiritually inclined, we want to open our third eyes, and we want to what is the thing that you do, astral travel. We want to do all the sort of stuff, and we want to talk to angels, and it's beautiful. But the more you focus on your journey here, why did your soul incarnate here? All right, it's a soul having a beautiful experience here on planet Earth, my beautiful soul. As you focus on that, if you make that your focus, all those other things happen by default, because they happen in any case. Okay, they happen in any case. You don't want to open your third eye before you're ready for it, because then it's overwhelming. All right, it's like buying a sort of like a Lamborghini and getting behind the wheel, but you don't even know how to drive properly. It's going to be a problem. Okay, starting with the basics, and the basics is so powerful. I feel that so many of you are already able to drive in our analogy here with the Lamborghini, but it's like you feel that you almost need to do more. No, my babies, no. You're already there. Beautiful. You've taken the steps. You're busy taking the steps. You're busy taking the steps in the back, and you're shining, and life is coming through for you. All right. And look at this. Number 14, solutions with Archangel Zadkiel. Number 10, the wheel with Archangel Jeremiel, and leap of faith. Leap of faith in original tarot is known as the Fool, and it encompasses the whole journey of the tarot. So it's also a reminder that with Archangel Metatron, who's all about new beginnings, it's also a reminder that this journey that you're taking out right now, the problems that you sometimes feel that you have to find solutions for before you move on to the next step, all those solutions has already been built in for you. What you need to do is to allow them to step to the forefront. They're knocking at your door. You need to just open the door. Okay. And be mindful, obviously, of what you open your door to, what you open your heart to. But if you open your heart to, experiencing the incredible beauty and the amazingness of who you already are, of who you've always been, of who you came here to experience and to express. Mic drop. So let me read for you what these cards are saying. When you give, you also receive. Okay? And we all know that you've got this beautiful giving heart. And, sometimes we feel that we want to hoard just a little bit. Share. It's one of the things about human beings that blows my mind. That when you just share, there's enough for everybody. I mean, I look at where we are right now. There's so many people in the world at the moment not sharing, and because they're not sharing, others want or they need, and they become desperate, and then they take. And they're like, oh, there's so much violence, but if we just shared in the first place, there would just be more and more expansion of love. All right? When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. So just because you share doesn't mean that you have to go completely gaga either. Okay? Also be responsible. Remember that your life, yes, we are all together, we are all connected, but you also have to take the steps you need to take in order to take responsibility for this vessel that you are in, this body. All right? Because if you don't have this vessel, this body, this beautiful creation, then you can't be a soul having a human being experience, because to be a soul that has a human experience, you need a human body. All right? Success that comes from objective, compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Beautiful. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. This is amazing. This is amazing. I feel that the more you open yourself to the idea that it's wonderful to work with the angelic realms, it's wonderful to work with the fairy realms, dragon realms, Pleiadians, Arcturians, angels, God, all of this. But when you realize that all of that is you, that the magic that we sometimes look for outside, and I mean, if you're anything like me, I love crystals and I love sound bowls and all these type of things because they're amazing, even like my air cleansing spray, for example. I love these things. They're beautiful. They're amazing. They help a lot of people in their lives. They help me a lot in my life. But as you also realize that all of what we sometimes try to get from the outside, it's already inside of us. All right, it's aligning like crystals. They align us with what's already inside of us, because the human body is like 70% water, and it's quite changeable. But crystals has got like a set sort of energy output or pH level, if you want to call it like that doesn't really change, and that is what it does. It doesn't. A lot of times people say like, this crystal gives you love, gives you success. No, 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 no. It's already inside you. It aligns you with those things. All right, and think of it as guides that help you, to assist you. Which I got in a channeling. That's what crystals are here to do. They are alive. They help us to open up to the potential that has always been inside of us. Okay. So if you lose your crystal, or it cracks, or it gets stolen, or whatever, it's not a catastrophe. It means that you don't really need it any longer. Somebody else may need it now more. All right. It's like when you go from one standard or grade or class or whatever you want to call it to the next one. You don't need to be there anymore. There's no need to hold on. There's nothing to be sad about. Yes, okay, you can be nostalgic, but it's time to move on. Okay, the magic's always been inside of you. New beginnings, and as you get that realization, you move into new things, because sometimes we keep ourselves stuck in this life. Sometimes, well, practically always, when you say, so let's imagine you want to have your own house. And you say, I'd like to have my own house, and I'd like to have a garden. I want to have some trees, and the birds can fly around, and all that sort of stuff. And I can have like like a personal party in my own home, like light a fire and have a barbecue. And it doesn't really matter what you barbecue, be it meat or marshmallows or fruit or vegetables or whatever your personal choice is. I want big windows with lots of light and tile work and whatever. So you've got it set up. But then you also, then say for example, you live in this apartment that you really, really love. And then you say to somebody, this is what I'd like to have, but oh my goodness, I can't see myself moving from where I'm staying right now, because I just love it. I can't see myself moving. Then the universe goes like, okay, I've got a perfect spot for you, but I mean, I don't really know what you want me to do. So it will show you signs that what you want is available, because what we want is always available. But if you're going to say, I like where I am, and I don't really feel that I can move from here, then life is going to respect your wishes. Life always respects our wishes. But as you open yourself to the idea that I'm ready for something new, I'm ready for life to surprise me, I'm ready for something more beautiful, and I can take all this magic with me, then life goes like, okay, challenge accepted. Let's do something beautiful for you. All right? And that is how I feel that so many of you are moving into a new phase, and you feel that you are moving there, but you're feeling a bit stuck. You're like, why is it not going forward? Why is it not moving? What is the delay? You are the delay. All right, and sometimes it is by holding on to things for too long, too much, or trying to be too much of a savior to others. The best way that we can teach the world, the best way that we can teach others, is by example. Okay, if you want to be a beacon of hope and of light and all those wonderful things for others, then here's something like, for example, I know that the person who was involved in creating these cards preferred to not really be quoted too much in, spiritual sort of reference anymore. But she said something so beautiful this one time. Okay, I'm just going to follow my gut again. It says, say your name, so I'm saying your name. But Doreen Virtue, and she said something so amazing this beautiful one day in an interview that really stayed with me. She she visited Louise Hay's house on like the hilltop, and she says, if you want to become an inspiration for others, nobody has ever inspired anybody else by just kind of playing it small. You know, if you want to inspire others, be that beacon of hope, be that house on the hill, be that light that shines for others, so they can see. You know, uh, that is walking your walk. You're not just talking it, all right? You're walking your walk, and sometimes that is the example that we have to set out for others, all right? In that same token, if you may happen to be one of those people that are still feeling that you've been done very wrong by Doreen Virtue, how dare she, how dare she, how dare she, let me remind you that all of us in this life are free to choose what we'd like to do. We don't really owe anything to anyone, okay? So if you might still feel a little bit done in, a little bit cheated, let me remind you that we are all free. As you are free, as I am free, so Doreen is also free to choose in life whatever she feels and whatever I feel and whatever you feel is the next right step for you on this path of life. All right, that would be a form of attachment, feeling like, oh my goodness, I feel so cheated, you know. I couldn't believe it. Like, I really have to tell you all this. I couldn't believe it. People were like, are my certificates useless now? And I was thinking to myself, okay, so you took a class and you learned how to, I'll just put this aside. So you took a class and you learned how to communicate with angels. Okay, can you still communicate with them? Sure. So what's the problem? What is the problem? Okay, let's finish off for you with this. So earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for great stuff coming your way. Okay, so sometimes life gives us those curveballs, but sometimes we lose the plot a little, and it's okay, it's human. All right, and then life says to you, yo yo, yo yo, other way. Okay, let's see what it says at the back. Never regret love. In fact, never regret anything in life, any experience, because it teaches us. There's a learning in everything. There's something that my favorite singer, Sarah Brightman, says. She says, you always have a choice. Be positive or be negative. You can always learn a lesson from something. No matter how blind, it improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. Haba haba. Okay. So, honor, love, and respect, Libras. I see you going on a beautiful, beautiful path. I see your life improving in beautiful ways as you sort of reassess what is really for you and what may have been for you, but it might not be so much for you anymore. I see your life unfolding in incredible ways, and so it is. Okay. Feel more than welcome to maybe revisit this reading as you do go through June or your part of life again. But as you know, I also have a weekly reading coming up for you, so you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell next to subscribe, so you know when your weekly reading is coming out. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and if you want to have a personal reading, $12 for a 30-minute reading, a downloadable video, so you can look at it again, same way you can look at this. Namaste, my beauties.